Welcome to Social Work Competencies and Practice Behaviors. What you need to know as a social work student. Competency is defined as the ability to do something successfully or efficiently. Competency-based education rests upon a shared view of the nature of competence in professional practice. Social work competence is the ability to integrate and apply social work knowledge, values, and skills to practice situations in a purposeful, intentional, and professional manner to promote human and community well-being. Our program assessment is based on the Council on Social Work Educational Policy Accreditation Standards, which requires multiple sources of data to assess competency, field, classroom, and/or the student. In 2015, there were new assessment requirements which require at least one measure of student outcomes in actual or simulated practice settings, which requires assessment on implicit curriculum, your overall learning environment. Assessment of student learning outcomes is an essential component of competency-based education. Assessment provides evidence that you, the student, have demonstrated the level of competency necessary to enter professional practice, which in turn shows programs are successful in achieving their goals. This assessment information is also used to improve the educational program and the methods we use to assess our student learning outcomes. What are learning outcomes, you might ask? Competency-based education assesses student learning outcomes with evidence. The stated behaviors, knowledge, values, skills, and cognitive and affective processes that students are expected to demonstrate as a result of engagement in the explicit and implicit curriculum. Basically, what BSW graduates are prepared to do in practice. What are cognitive and affective processes? They involve critical thinking, effective reactions, and exercise of judgment. Critical thinking is an intellectual, disciplined process of conceptualizing, analyzing, evaluating, and synthesizing multiple sources of information generated by your observation, reflection, and reasoning. Affective reactions refer to the way in which our emotions influence our thinking and subsequently our behavior. An exercise of judgment is a capacity to perceive and discern multiple sources to form an opinion. Competencies are knowledge, values, and skills, also cognitive and affective processes. They're holistic, they're multidimensional, composed of interrelated competencies, developmental, dynamic, and show an integration and application in practice. Competency-based education, competencies guide the curriculum design. Our curriculum offers learning opportunities for you in the classroom and field education. Our Department of Social Work program assesses student learning outcomes based on evidence. Our accreditation standards use these measures of student competency to evaluate our program overall. Assessing student learning outcomes. We use multiple measures and sources of data to assess competencies, and examples of student mastery of competency are student self-assessments that you will be asked to complete, your field education supervisor ratings, classroom instructor ratings, your capstone portfolio reviews, and exit interviews. There is a rating scale. And the rating scale is based on a scale of 1 to 4, which 4 being the highest level where a student has proven through evidence that they exceed competency in that area. Critical reflection involves deep exploration of your pre-existing beliefs and how they're influencing our interpretation of the meaning of an experience. The focus of critical reflection is to reveal hidden power dynamics and how they influence the way we think about the experience. Critical reflection is less interested in how we act or react in a given situation than it is in uncovering the thought process behind why we act that way. And critical reflection for you as a social work intern usually manifests itself and appears within the scope and the context of your daily logs. Mindfulness. Mindfulness means maintaining a moment by moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment. Mindfulness also involves acceptance, meaning we pay attention to our thoughts and feelings without judging them, without believing, for instance, that there's a right way or a wrong way to think or feel in a given moment. When we practice mindfulness, our thoughts tune into what we're sensing in the present moment rather than rehashing the past or imagining the future. The 9 competencies that you will be expected to demonstrate throughout your field practicum experience and internship experiences are: competency number 1, demonstrate ethical and professional behavior. Competency number 2, engage diversity and difference in practice. Competency number 3, advance human rights and social, economic, and environmental justice. Competency number 4, engage and practice informed research and research-informed practice. Competency 5, engage in policy practice. Competency 6, engage with individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. Competency 7, assess individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. Competency 8, intervene with individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. And competency 9, evaluate practice with individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. And at this point in this slide presentation, I'm going to stop because each of the competencies will be dealt with in subsequent video presentations and will be discussed during class time. Thank you for watching and have a great day.